ever wanted to date a man with kids. That was like, oh, that's a deal breaker for me. I don't want to do that, blah, 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 right? And then I meet this guy and I feel like he's great. And he doesn't have one kid, he has 6 kids. Okay. And it definitely has been, in the beginning it was harder. Definitely was rougher because they're kids. So already you don't want to be too like,
all right,
you don't want to try to be too present, or there is someone else's child.
right.
And I just feel like the more our relationship grew, the more my relationship has grown with his kids. And I feel like we have great relationships. Like, I feel like we talk on the phone all day long. I feel like they be calling me before they call him. And I'm like, call your daddy.
That. Yeah.
Call him. Okay. But I love them though. I feel like they're super fun, very playful. They teach me a lot of things. I miss them. I want to hang out with them right now. I wonder what they're doing. But yeah, they're great. For all the ladies out there that are thinking, well, I don't want to date a man with kids, and you're like judging the idea of someone who has, all the ladies out there that are thinking, well, I don't want to date a man with kids, and you're like judging the idea of someone who has had that happen. I feel like dating somebody with kids has taught me more about a family unit than anything I could have ever imagined, because you're seeing it in real time. You know, you're seeing like the ins and outs of parenting, regardless if somebody is together or not together. You're seeing just, it's really, parenting is very interesting. Very
it's
interesting.
Hard.
It is. Even kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do this video for a while. Honestly, I've just been so busy coming from work and just kind of crashing these last week or so. So now I'm kind of just getting back into the mode of recording again. And this is like something I really wish I wasn't doing, because, like, to be honest, we've been over this topic, but it's a topic that we gotta keep beating over the head. And that's like, at this point, it's y'all just doing it to yourselves. Like Mariah the Scientist, the girl is, I believe she's a college dropout, but she was going to school for biology before she started doing music. So she really is like that ass Mariah the Scientist, if that is true. And she's not a bad singer, but not somebody I'm like, I gotta hear her every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, singing, the status, the standard for people who can become singers has gone out the window pretty much at this point, because a lot of y'all sound the same. But that's not the topic of the video. The topic of the video is the fact that this literally proves everything black men have been saying for the last couple of years. Now, I'm not even really like a red pillar or a black pillar or anything like that. I really don't even want to be considered black manosphere per se. I think I'm just more of a commentator type dude that tends to lean more towards black men because that's what I am. And being on the receiving end of the bullshit that black men have been dealing with in my lifetime, which is now 30 years, it is something that needs to be talked about, is our side. And it just annoys the hell out of me that so many of the sisters will say, oh, black men are getting us pregnant and not taking care of their kids and leaving us to raise the kids on ourselves. And I'm like, well, you're sharing a nigga. You're sharing a dude with 4 other women. What did you think was going to happen? If he had 4 other women, what makes you think you're going to be any different? And Mariah the Scientist is now the next chapter of this conversation, because she knows for a fact that Young Thug has 6 kids with 4 different women. And she's talking about a family unit, this, and the third. Now, I don't know how their unit goes. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they operate. I don't really care. The issue is Mariah the Scientist could literally pick any dude she wanted, any high-class man she wanted, and she's going for a dude who was, at the time, I believe, in prison and has 4 baby mamas. And again, she can do whatever she wants to do. But as soon as this goes south, if it even does, it is going to be the black man's fault apocalypse for at least a week. Everyone's going to go on the internet, probably the Exoticals United. Exoticals United actually is very honest on the accountability of black women shit, but you're going to have Abby going on there saying this is why black men are terrible and you should only just black men this, and it's always some kind of bullshit from her too. And then you got Your Trigger. She going to have a whole live stream about it on TikTok and disrespecting all black men because of some nut-ass dude that Mariah Scientist shouldn't have even been with in the first place. But that's neither here nor there. The problem is that the multi-partner information thing is nothing short of the truth at this point. Because again, here's another example of a woman seeing a dude who has every red flag on the fucking ground, and she just picks it up and runs with it. No hesitation, no thought in the process, no nothing. And again, I don't know Young Thug personally, but based on his track record, he ain't moving correctly. The very same dude that the black community talks about being a problem is the very same dude that is elevated in the community. There is no reason why someone like Young Thug should have four baby moms with someone like Mariah the Scientist, who doesn't have any kids and is on an upward swing in her music career right now, should be dealing with. But again, there's going to be a bunch of excuses of, oh, she's just young, it's just a phase, it's and a third, but she's going to have a child with him. Hope she doesn't. And then everyone's going to just try to blame Young Thug. Now, granted, I don't like to listen to the niggas' music. Excuse me, I'd rather not. But this is the same story over and over and over again of this type of dude getting multiple access to multiple women despite the obvious reason why they shouldn't, and they still do it anyway. And then come back to the community saying that black men don't love us or whatever they're going to do. And I'm putting it out there that whatever happens, happens. And another thing, the family unit, what family unit? They're not together. None of his baby moms are together, but I guess she can somehow talk to all the kids. That's nice, I guess. I mean, she's willing to interact with his children. That's a nice thing. Most people wouldn't want to do that. So I will give her that. But you saying, you judging this, is third. First of all, it's not judging when the track record is there. If the track record is there and you clearly see it, and this is where the black community is so just ass backwards. It's always, oh, this is judging, this isn't right, everyone can't be this, and the third. We don't really try. We don't really try. And we try to take everything that we do that's not right and we just go, well, we shouldn't have to talk about it. Everybody makes mistakes. This isn't a mistake at this point. At this point, this is all choice. Everything y'all do is choice. Everything we do as a community is a choice now because we can't keep using the excuse of, oh, well, this, and the third. Oh, this, and the third. Because at some point in time, we got to look at us and be like, damn, I made that choice, bro. I ain't had to get that girl pregnant, but I was so good at nothing in people. I just did it. No consequences for our actions because the community will just make an excuse for it. But Mariah the Scientist, I'm kind of like not surprised. This is a common thing that goes on in the black community, but it never not annoys me. Like I'm amazed she hasn't been pregnant yet. I mean, we don't know. They might have had a pregnancy scare once or twice, right? But even so, it's like you couldn't find anybody else. Shit, at least Megan Thee Stallion decided to find somebody that also didn't have kids. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't have he might have his own track record of cheating. Klay Thompson, I mean, you probably dirty in the pants for real, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't know nothing about Klay Thompson's outside life because it wasn't promoted to the media like Megan's was. But Megan managed to find somebody that didn't seem to move a certain type of way, and he don't got kids, so they can at least have their own situation. Mariah the Scientist, on the other hand, looks like she's about to be another fucking statistic. And the problem is like, yo, y'all be complaining about this, and the third, but then y'all actively swan dive into the shit. Like, why do y'all do that? How do y'all swan dive into it voluntarily, but then complain that you hit the ground under the water face first when you knew you shouldn't have dove in that shallow in the first place? It's like we got to start making it make sense, and it's getting to the point where like, I'm sorry, but the more high up famous black women do this, the more the black man's argument becomes more valid. The more younger black boys are gonna see it and go, you know what? I'm just not gonna date BWs. I would like that to not be the future, but that's clearly where this shit is headed. And it's frustrating because we got to see it with our actresses. We got to see it with our athletes. We got to see it with our musicians. All of our talented, high class black women going the craziest direction they can and expecting some kind of grace at the end of it or some kind of hand holding. It's just weird. And like the dudes are like, we're not dealing with this. And I think that's where this big problem comes in too. The dudes are just not accepting. But Mariah the Scientist, I don't even know how to like deem it because you really like are hot commodity right now. And that's the direction you want to go with your shit. It's like you could have picked anybody else. You could have picked a producer. You could have picked somebody not in the celebrity field. Could have got you somebody who might play sports. Could have got you, but nope. That's the direction with the guy with 4 baby moms and 6 kids. So what, you gonna have 2 or 3 more with him? So he has 9. So you're still contributing to a multi-partner family formation. And if you like them other 6 kids, but you're not gonna let them other 6 kids live with you, you're gonna send them other 6 back to their moms. So it's like, what is the purpose of you telling women, oh, if you don't want to date a man with kids, it's like, okay, those women shouldn't and don't have to. Now, the women with kids saying it is out of pocket. And I will say, I was happy with the comment section where a lot of the black women were like, girl, make music, don't make advice. You give bad advice. I said, good for y'all. Good for y'all. Y'all didn't just fall in line and listen to her. Y'all pushed back. Thank God y'all did. Because a lot of times black women will hear some dumb shit like that and just go with it. Now, the other part of this comment section that drove me crazy was the women who are like, I got 2 kids and won't date a man with kids. I got 3 kids and won't date a man with kids. I won't date a man with children. Girl, you have children. So I'm not understanding. You have children, but you don't want to date a dude with children. Why not? See, this is getting weirder. So it's just going to be a situation to see. I'm hoping her situation ends well for her, either whether they work out or not. I'm just hoping it ends with her not being a single mom because we really don't need any more of those in the black community. I think we've hit the capitals, we've hit the ceiling on that shit. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got on the topic. But yeah, we got to get this under control. We got to get this issue of the black women's mating choices and who they choose to have kids with. That shit needs to get under control. That needs to become the main topic of discussion going forward. Well, with that being said, I'm going to sign off on this one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.